Welcome to Splatter Plastic, the only horror vinyl soundtrack show on YouTube, with your host Tinman.
And Liam. Tonight, we are doing the 1968 classic, George Romero's Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead. Yes, we are.
As the first part of our Romero trilogy.
It's here.
We're doing it. It's my favourite trilogy of all horror films.
We've been talking about doing this trilogy for
forever.
Ages.
And I needed to wait to get something signed.
Right.
And now I've got it signed. So it's like fucking balls out. Let's do it.
Let's do the trilogy, yeah.
I've got it. We've got a little video. Can't wait.
Very good.
It's going to be
good. It's going to be ace. So, we're going back to the beginning.
Going back to 1968. We're going back to Handlebar Muzzies. We're going back to Flares.
That's right.
We're going back to the days of Charles Manson. We're going back to the days of George Romero and his big, massive glasses when he had a full head of black hair.
Yeah.
We're going back to the era of Rosemary's Baby when everything was fucking groovy.
This will be one of our earliest films then to do, as well as Rosemary's Baby, which was out first.
I think this was out first, but they were both out in the same year.
Right.
Sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or was it? I don't know. I don't know the
Not
actual
sure,
month that it was released, but I know Rosemary's Baby had a bigger release than fucking Night of the Living Dead.
This is more of a...
You know what I mean? This is more of a teenagers from Mars type thing.
Yeah, underground cult type thing.
Yeah.
So, yes.
So, if you haven't seen Night of the Living Dead, and I very much doubt that nobody has.
Well, it's
everywhere.
It's everywhere now.
You can literally just go onto YouTube and just stream it for free now. The plot is a ragtag group of unlikely survivors team up against a horde of flesh-eating ghouls. And face the horror of a flesh-eating apocalypse.
Yes.
And their prejudice. Absolute banger of a movie.
Yeah.
Brilliant. When was the first time you seen it, mate?
For me, I think it would have been early 90s.
Yeah.
For me, I had a friend who used to tape films off Sky. He had a big VHS collection sort of thing, or even just the white labels, and he'd write them on. And there was a stack in his room, and I think he'd taped it, and we stuck it on then. 90s, early 90s must have been. I mean, I was like, oh, this is old.
Yeah.
This is a bit shonky, bit old.
But
But it's groundbreaking. But I haven't seen it since.
Yeah.
Until, obviously, we decided to do this, so I went back. Do you know what? I've got the trilogy. I forgot to bring it. I've got the Trilogy of the Dead box set, the DVD box set, and I put it on. And it started. And I remember how it started. The classic. The scene coming in the car. But then it seemed really, really like this. It seems really new. Why? What is this all about? And then I you know what I'm on about. I had to Google the box set, and I realised it's the Russo cut. Yeah. With the extra scenes, and I was like,
where they just so obviously spliced
so
in.
new,
yeah,
sickeningly new next to the original.
Is that the bit with the priest?
Yeah,
and he's just got a skinhead.
He's got a skinhead and the perfect,
perfect like
Tony
90s.
Stark little goatee going on,
new metal little goatee.
Yeah, and the guys, they seemed the two the workers. They seemed a bit like, this doesn't seem right. What's going on here? So then, of course, as soon as it went to the old original footage, I was like, something's wrong here.
Yeah.
Googled it and went, I'm watching the wrong cut. So, opened my DVD player, out it went.
What the fuck with you?
How can I watch it? Well, YouTube.
Yeah.
I literally watched it off YouTube, because we'll get into the public domain thing later. But yeah, that was it. What about yourself?
I can't remember the actual first time that I watched it. It was a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
And obviously, I knew about it, and it's Night of the Living Dead, and reading through Fangoria and what have you, and it was always, Night of the Living Dead, and it was all these iconic directors going, I've seen Night of the Living Dead, and then I just wanted to go make this movie.
Yeah.
So I'd never seen it, and then, I don't know, man, it must have been on, BBC Two, on, that cult film thing that they used to do for Sunday night. And I remember watching it, and I liked it, but my only basis for comparison was, the black and whiteies that me dad used to watch. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know, fucking Laurel and Hardy or fucking W.C. Fields or something like that.
Yeah.
And for them things to be coming out at the same time as Night of the Living Dead, that blew me away a little bit, because the shit that they do in this movie and the budget that they had to do it and the way that, because it's not gory.
No.
But there's bits in it that you make me a little bit, fucking hell, that's fucking a bit horrible, innit, with eating the shit off the tree and stuff like that. And so it wasn't until So I watched it, and it was like, yeah, it was alright. You know what I mean? I can see where it comes from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can see where the praise comes from. But then Tom Savini brought out the remake, didn't he?
Yeah.
And it was literally, like you said before the show, it was a shot for shot
Yeah.
remade with Tom Savini effects
Yeah.
in colour. That looked the fucking tits.
I've seen that one more.
Yeah.
I have seen that one more.
100% I have myself.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think this is one of them movies that's groundbreaking.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I'd watch the remake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's not taking anything away from,
No.
the black and white. Yeah, it's still got the gravitas of what it is. You know what I mean? But I don't know, it might be the first only time that I'd be like, the remake, probably I prefer.
Yeah, I get you.
Madness. Madness, mate.
It is.
Any trivia for me?
Yes. Should we talk about the cast before we do?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do the cast.
We don't usually do the cast, but I think in a movie like this, and as groundbreaking as it was, and the way that it was shot, and the way that it was filmed, and the actual casting choices, I think was very, very brave for the years that it was out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we have got Dwayne Jones, plays Ben, our hero.
Yeah.
Judith O'Day plays Barbara. Absolutely lovely woman.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she was at Weekends of the Dead the other week, and I felt dead bad because I didn't want to get any signed by her. You know what I mean? I was just like, just one of that. Yeah, just like, I was like, I'm not going to buy that. Carl Hardiman plays Harry Cooper, and Madeline Eastman plays Helen Cooper. Keith Wayne plays the oldest teenager in the world, Tom. Judith Ridley plays Judy, and Kyra Schron plays Karen. Love Karen.
This one's Karen now. Oh, there she is. There you go, look at that.
Fucking living dead.
There she is.
Amazing, man.
There you go.
Absolutely iconic image. I fucking love that image.
Yeah.
Of Karen.
It is.
Brilliant.
Cracking cast. Unfortunately, there's there's only a few left there.
We usually chink all these people.
Yeah.
But I'd be on my back. I really would be. So
you'd be slurring.
I am gonna chink.
Yes, we have to start with
Mr. Romero.
Yeah.
Your films have left a indelible mark on me.
Oh, aye. And the entire horror culture. It's just
completely. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have The Walking Dead. We wouldn't have Return of the Living Dead. We wouldn't have any of the Italian zombie movies.
Yeah.
It's all down to you.
All the zombies are every zombie movie.
Zombies.
Yeah. They start off there, don't they? There's ghouls, but they transition. You wouldn't have Shaun of the Dead. You wouldn't have anything. Any of the Deads. I mean, my favourite horror of all time. If this hadn't come out, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
So, Romero,
love
to you, sir.
And miss you.
Right. Should we get into the trivia of the legalities of what happens to this movie?
Yeah, because you were telling me about this before, and I was like, I didn't know this.
Yeah? Okay, alright. So, obviously, when he made the film, he wanted, Romero he had a few titles, didn't he?
Yeah.
Have you got it down in your trivia there?
I've got The Monster Flick.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
All right. Well, I'll keep that one.
You keep that one. Okay. There's ones that I know of. He originally wanted to call it Night of Anubis.
Night of Anubis.
Yeah. And everyone was like, "What's that mean?"
What's that mean?
Yeah. So he was like, "Oh, all right then." So then, of course, for a long time it was Night of the Flesh Eaters.
Yeah.
For a long time, wasn't it? Right up until what was the company? Oh God. Image 10 was it? Yeah. Was that his company or?
Yeah.
Basically, they said, "Oh, but there's another film out, another recent-ish film called Flesh Eaters.
Yeah.
You might want to change the title." Bloody hell! And I think it was one of the producers or something of this company was like, "You should call it Night of the Living Dead." And they were like, "Oh, never thought of that." Yeah, all right then, we'll do that. And of course, what did they do? The Night of the Flesh Eaters was copyrighted, wasn't it? But because when they changed the name, they didn't put the copyright on Night of the Living Dead.
Man.
And that is the mistake. Literally, because of the name change, they just didn't continue with this tiny little C in the bottom right-hand corner after the D of Dead. And it wasn't copyrighted. So, of course, it's public domain.
Yeah.
And I was shocked.
Is it still public domain?
It's still public domain.
Really?
But it's still on YouTube, isn't it? It's everywhere.
I know, but I watched like the Video Dead on YouTube, and that people own that, and like the Blob.
But have you seen how many versions of Night of the Living Dead there are? You go on YouTube, and it's not just one. Fucking anyone. There's about 5, 7, I don't know. So many uploads of people have done it. Because
So anyone can?
anyone. We could put it on our channel.
I think we should. Why don't we?
Yeah, there's even colorized versions as well.
Have you seen the colorized
No,
version?
is it bad?
Oh man, it's like someone's gone over the film with a crayon. It's fucking awful. It's like really bad, like, you know what I mean? It's not like the way that Wizard of Oz was like a little bit colorized.
Yeah.
And it looked like dead vibrant because of the technical stuff. No, this is like someone's got a fucking Crayola and just gone, you're green, you're pink, you're blue, you're orange, you are lemon yellow, son.
Oh, is it bad?
It's fucking terrible, man.
Well, I've seen the thumbnail on there, and I'm like, no, I'm alright. I'm good.
It looks like a kid's fucking painted on it.
Yeah.
It's bad, man.
I will have a look just for a laugh. But after, obviously, this became public domain then. And anyone... That's why, you remember those shonky DVDs you get with 4 horrors?
Yeah, and it was always Night of the Living Dead, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that was the selling point. Ooh, it's got Night of the Living Dead in it. Because anyone could put that on anything. We could literally go hire out a cinema and show it. And we can charge people, and people will come and watch it, and we will not get done.
Really?
That's what it is, public domain. We could literally have an SP screening of Night of the Living Dead.
Shall we?
Why not?
That would be amazing, man. Doing in the cemetery.
Yeah, could do, yeah.
And like project it onto like a fucking big catacomb or something. Oh,
you could charge people, and nobody'd be like, "Whoa, hang on a minute. Whoa, you owe us some money." No, because it's public domain. As far as I'm aware, it's still public domain, unless I've read it wrong. It still is, which is blows my mind all this time.
Wow.
But it's a good thing and a bad thing about. There's 2 sides to this story. Now, poor George and everyone involved have got shafted by this because it was public domain. They never got the real money they really were rightly due.
It made a fucking bomb as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, do you know what? But it because it was public domain, I think it helped it because it got it out there.
Yeah.
People could see it more.
Yeah,
you know, if it was copyrighted, would it be as big? We'll never know. Mm. Also, I don't think this is the fact. I don't think this George would have been like this. But if it was copyrighted, George Romero would own the use of the zombie. So anything to do with a shuffling zombie or eating brains, well, brains was returned, but eating flesh.
Yeah, because it's intellectual property, isn't it?
Yeah. So if he wanted to, Edgar Wright could go, oh, I want to do a film called Shaun of the Dead. I don't think he would, but he could have gone, yeah, okay, 20 grand. He might have gone, fuck that, I'm not going to bother. In a way, with it being public domain, it's given anyone can use it. We could make a zombie movie and no one can go, whoa, 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 that's property of so-and-so. The zombie shuffling zombie thing is free to anyone.
You know what? I've never thought about it like that, because if you're going to make like a film about, like, I don't know, like the Wolfman, then it'd be in direct thingy with Universal, wouldn't it?
On to my next point.
Ah, okay.
So, did you know, I found this out after researching this, did you know that Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, the book, in the book, the description of the Frankenstein's monster is very vague. Yeah? It had black hair, it had black under the eyes, and it had black lipstick, and the skin was yellow.
Okay.
That's basically all it says in the book.
Yeah.
Universal, you can see it on their wall there. We'll do a shot, you'll see it. Of Boris Karloff, was it?
Played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most famous one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
The flat head, the green skin, the bolts.
Yeah.
Is property of Universal. If you, were to make a Frankenstein movie now,
and it looked like
Boris Karloff, Universal will sue you.
No shit.
Honestly. So Mad Magazine, back in whatever, in the 90s, 80s, wherever it was, released a magazine with Frankenstein on it, as you'll see now. Yeah. Universal tried to sue them because the image is property of Universal. Not the Frankenstein's monster itself, but the image, the style of how it looked. And do you know what they were asking Mad Magazine for? They wanted $250 per issue that was sold.
$250 per issue?
Yeah, as an infringement over their
So when was
intellectual
this?
property. I'm not sure what shot. I think could have been 80s or 90s.
I mean, that image looked well early. I'd be going for like 60s, 70s with that image.
I don't know how long Mad Magazine were going.
Even so.
Yeah.
You're probably buying an issue of Mad Magazine for like, I don't know, like 50 cents or something like that, you know what I mean?
Back then.
$250 an issue.
Per issue. And they sold well over 1 million copies.
So, 250,000 should have gone to... Wow.
But it never went to court.
Hey.
In the end, it didn't transpire, it didn't happen. But that was literally them just using that image. So... to go back to Night of the Living Dead, if George Romero was that type of person, I don't think he was. He sounded like he was.
He was a lovely,
lovely man. He wouldn't do it, but he could easily go, nope, you can't use that. You can't make that movie. Nope, that's mine. So by it being public domain, we've got Shaun of the Dead, we've got Return of the Living Dead, we've got The Walking Dead. It's by it being the mistake has given us everything.
Yeah.
As a fan. We've had everything.
Well, yeah, in
a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't know that about the Frankenstein thing. That blew my head off. I was like, wow.
Wow. That's nuts, man.
Yeah. Because Mary Shelley's description is very vague.
Yeah.
That's why that terrible Robert De Niro Frankenstein movie. Yeah.
That's why it looks so...
That's why it doesn't look like Boris Karloff. That's why the Christopher Lee one they did?
The Hammer one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Horror of Frankenstein.
Looks nothing like it.
Yeah.
Because it's Universal.
It looks like pie filling on his face, like.
Yeah. I mean? Yeah. And even that terrible new Aaron Eckhart one, I, Frankenstein.
Yeah.
It's just him with scars.
Yeah.
Because they can't use the image.
I suppose the nearest that... I mean, we're going way off point in Night of the Living Dead here, but I suppose the nearest that we've ever got to, like, a proper Frankenstein, apart from the Boris Karloff Frankenstein, was Monster Squad.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
With, which they probably paid Universal.
The dude that Manhunter played.
Yeah.
And he did have the flat head, he had the bolts.
See, they've probably given Universal a big,
must
pretty penny for
saying
that.
They all looked like, fucking, apart from the Gill man, they all looked like the Dracula looked like the Dracula, the Wolfman looked like the Wolfman, and Frankie looked like Frankie.
Fucking Universal were just going,
they were just going,
give me all your money.
Give me the fucking cash.
Give me all your money. So there you go. So as bad as it was for George, it's great for us.
Yes, completely won.
We've got literally everything from it. You know, but this is it. This was the starting point. This is the jumping off point, isn't it?
So I wonder if Fulci got zombie flesh eaters from him knowing that this was meant to be called Night of the Flesh Eaters. I wonder if that was...
That's a good point. Yeah. And he can make that film, and no one can say boo to a goose because we could make a zombie movie, and nobody owns the rights to a zombie movie. In a sense,
it's mad, that one.
Isn't it mad?
Or the rights to the zombie character.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the shuffling zombie. You know. Or anything.
No. There's only one type of zombie. We've had this.
Yeah.
Zombies don't run. They don't run.
They do, Ian.
They're dead.
They do.
They're dead. They don't run.
Yeah.
So, back to your point before.
Yes.
He must have been a nice man.
Yeah, he definitely was, yeah.
He was.
Now, did you met him?
I met him.
Oh!
I met him this weekend, but I queued for about a fucking hour.
Yeah.
To meet George Romero, and it was the year before he died.
Oh, was it really?
And that hit hard when he passed away.
Yeah.
So I remember sitting there, and literally, he was like, how long have you been waiting? And I was like, about an hour. And he was like, yeah, come round, sit around there. There's a seat there. And I come round, sitting next to George Romero, as we were. And then some dude just come out of nowhere. Do you remember this guy, Lise? That guy that come over and just started sort of punishing him while I was waiting to get something signed. And he was talking,
very rude.
Talking about comics or something like that. And George Romero was like, yeah. And literally...
But you're...
Yeah, I know.
Did he think...
He recognised that I was like a fan.
Yeah.
And he was just trying to brush this fella off, type thing.
What a tit.
Turns out the fella was Bernie Wrightson.
Who's he?
So he was the guy that done the Arthur Swamp thing.
Shit.
Because Bernie Wrightson... George Romero had just done a comic with DC Comics called Toe Tags.
Right.
And it was only like a 4-issue run or something like that. And George Romero didn't have the second issue.
Right.
And it was Bernie Wrightson. But it didn't matter because George Romero wasn't asked that it was Bernie Wrightson.
No.
Because he was sat next to one of his fans.
Yeah.
So he done what he had to do with Bernie Wrightson. And I was like, I just turned around to him and went, I've got that. And he was like, what, the toe tags issue too? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh yeah, I haven't got it. And I was like, do you want to jump on a plane and come to Artemis? You can have my copy of it.
Yeah.
It's actually signed by Bernie likes it, it's fine, you can have it. But yeah, he was such a nice guy.
Yeah.
He had so much time for you.
Yeah.
And he was like, where are you from? And thanks for coming to meet me.
Romero, for God's sake.
He
Yeah.
asked you to take a seat.
He was like, come on, take a seat.
That's amazing.
You've been queuing up for a while.
Oh my
And he was
God,
like,
that's so good.
what did you buy for me to get signed? And I was like, I'll show it. Me Night of the Living Dead poster, because they had like every single movie that he'd done.
Right.
And my favourite's Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
But if I'm meeting George Romero,
It's the start,
it's
isn't
the
it?
start.
Yeah.
I had to get this poster signed.
Right.
And he was like, so is this your favourite? And I was like, actually, Day's my favourite. And he was like, yeah, it's mine too.
Ah, is that what he
I was
said?
like,
No
He
way.
just fucking compounded it, man. And now, you know, he might have just been paying me lip service.
No, I don't.
You know what I
think
mean?
so. I
The
don't
next
think
guy
so.
could have come along and gone like, my favourite's Creepshow, and he would have gone, yeah,
That's mine as well.
I'm like, ah, it's a George, it's great, that isn't it?
Oh my God.
The nicest man I have ever met at a convention.
Really?
He was
and
like,
you met a lot of people.
yeah, he was like your fucking granddad, mate.
Oh,
He
no
was
way.
just nice.
Yeah.
Big glasses,
Yeah.
massive fucking huge glasses.
Huge, aren't they?
Huge they were. This big hair.
Yeah.
It was
Oh.
just lovely.
So when was that? What year was that then?
Oh,
So when did he pass?
fucking, honestly, I can't remember for the life of me when he passed, but
No.
it was way over 10 years ago.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a while ago. Like,
Way
how long
over.
has he been gone? A while now.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Didn't realise. Terrible.
No, well, he's. I mean, it sounds really fucking cheesy, but to me, he's never gone.
No, of course not. Well, his
long-
work
As long
continues.
as I've got all of his body of work, because he has got quite a body of work to put behind him.
To be fair, yeah.
It's not just like your Day Dawn and fucking Night.
No.
You
There's
know,
loads.
Creepshow. He's got Night Riders. He's got fucking loads.
Oh, he did
man.
Martin, didn't he?
Done Martin.
Yeah, there's loads.
So many movies.
Oh, I'm well chuffed with starting this trilogy.
I can't wait to get into all of this.
Yeah.
So, bit of trivia from me.
Go on
mate.
then. Give me your trivia. Go Eds.
You've kind of alluded to it. Without this movie, the zombie film and its tropes would never have existed.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
This sets up everything for every other zombie movie. Barricading in a house.
Yeah.
Horde of zombies outside. Don't like fire. Every zombie movie, no zombies like fire. They're like, you know what I mean? They always go away from the fire.
Yeah, I never really thought about that. Yeah, because they've got the torch, haven't they? And the yeah, true.
He set up the trope of slow zombies because they're dead and they can't fucking run because the zombies. Because if they run, their legs will fall off. Yeah, no, and we've had this, and this. I love you like a brother, and this is the only time we butt heads on this.
We differ. Yeah.
Zombies are slow. Zombies are dead.
They are.
He
Continue.
Introduced bullets in the head.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
Only
That's what they said.
Only the brain or decapitation.
Shooting the head will stop them.
Yeah. Without this, you've already said there'd be none of this.
Yeah.
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 You know the story with John Russo and Dan O'Bannon and the rights to
I do.
the Living Dead.
Should we mention it on here though? We need to let people know in case they don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely. So it's essentially George Romero. I don't know what happened to them, but they had a bit of a bust up. And one went one way, one went the other.
Parted ways, yeah.
And they both were working on Night of the Living Dead. And George Romero was like, well, look, I want the rights to something, you want the rights to something.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So, John Russo.
John Russo,
took,
yeah.
I might be getting this the wrong way around. He took the Living Dead, and George took Night of, Day of. So they kind of split it down the middle. I'll have the first part. So my next one's going to be Day of, the Dead. He's on Return of the Living Dead,
which is mad because it sounds like a sequel to this.
Yeah.
And the beauty thing is I've got to show the clip because I love it.
Let me ask you a question, kid. Did you see that movie, Night of the Living Dead?
It's Frank saying, remember that movie, Night of the Living Dead?
But that's how he tied it in.
Yeah.
And it works.
And it makes it like a movie.
Yeah.
But then it was like, it's real.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. Oh, I love it.
But that's what I mean. So without this starting point, I mean, your iconic zombie movies are your Romero trilogy
Yeah.
and Return of the Living Dead.
It seems, yeah. Do you find that people love Romero, the Romero trilogy, shall we say, and then they mention this one? They don't really mention about much else. It's like it's linked, but it's not.
Yeah.
You know, it's
The iconic zombie movies are Night, Day and Dawn,
yeah.
Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
don't really talk about the sequels as much, but
No.
but this one especially, yeah,
completely. But I mean, I love zombie films.
Yeah.
In terms of the Blind Dead, I love zombie flesh eaters. The fucking list goes on.
Yeah.
I love zombie films. But it's kind of like you've got sci-fi films,
yeah,
and then you've got Star Wars.
yeah.
You know
That's
what I mean?
it. That's a perfect. What a perfect analogy. Yes.
It's that. If you want zombie films, you either go to these or you go to that.
yeah,
You know what I mean? You don't jump in with zombie flesh eaters.
No.
You don't jump in with Reanimator, Frankenhooker, fucking Tombs of the Blind Dead. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
You certainly don't jump in with The Walking Dead.
Well, you can see You can see where Walking Dead took out of this.
course you can.
I was watching this the other night, and it was like them barricading themselves in, and their differences and their struggles, like you said.
Exactly the same.
It's Walking Dead.
Yeah.
It is. You can see it. Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah.
On release, this didn't have a certificate, which I thought was fucking genius.
Yeah.
Anyone could go and see it. Saturday afternoon.
Really?
All the
There's
kids
no
in.
certificate at
No,
all?
no certificate. It was before they started. It was literally a week before they started putting certificates on movies. So literally, they had gangs of kids going to watch this in the 60s. In the 60s, this was lauded for the amount of gore that it had in it.
I mean,
so
it's very minimal now.
yeah,
Bloody
it is
hell,
completely.
but
And even in the 60s, you still had, like, I don't know, like Herschel Gordon Lewis doing, like, Blood Feast and, like, The Wizard of Gore and fucking all these, like, blood-sucking freaks and all these weird fucking Herschel Gordon Lewis movies come out. And then you had this. But Herschel Gordon Lewis they were always kind of like, even though they weren't rated, there's no fucking way the kids are going to see that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you had, like, Return of the Fly with Vincent Price.
yeah.
And you had, like, I Was a Teenage Werewolf. And you had all these, like, shonky B movies. And then Romero drops this. And all the American parents must have been like, oh yeah, go ahead. He's going to think he's a fucking mummy at the end of it or something. Little Timmy will be fine. Little Timmy come home with shit in his pants. At the end of this with his little fucking cap on with the little propeller on the top. That fucking propeller wasn't going anywhere after watching this, was it? Fucking hell. Shit your pants.
I didn't realise that. Bloody hell. I thought that was because of the whole copyright thing, but this is just in general.
Just in general.
No
There's
ratings.
No ratings.
Wow.
The word zombie is never used in this movie.
Is it not at all?
They were ghouls, they were flesh eaters.
Yeah, they mentioned ghouls, didn't
They
they?
were never called zombies.
Yeah.
The meat that they were using in it, that they were all chowing down on, was big ham hocks
Was
covered
it?
in chocolate syrup.
Is it, yeah?
And they said by the time they were filming it, the chocolate had started going off. The ham was fine, but the chocolate was going off. So everyone that was eating it, they said they looked a little bit peaky because they were all just fucking yonking this chocolate.
no.
Oh man, can you imagine?
Oh, jeez.
Horrible.
Oof.
The first draft of this film was a comedy.
Really?
You're going to enjoy this.
Oh, my God.
Co-written by John Russo.
Yeah?
Yeah. So it was a comedy film,
Uh-huh.
and it was called Monster Flicks.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was about a load of aliens coming to Earth, yeah, to befriend teenagers.
What?
Yeah, it sounds a bit weird. The second draft of it,
Right.
also done by John Russo, was about a man discovering a load of rotten corpses
Right.
that were getting used to feed aliens.
Weird. Yeah.
Bad taste.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bad taste, yeah.
And then the final draft was obviously Night of the Living Dead. Now, I thought that was very apt because John Russo went on to do Return of the Living Dead, which is essentially a comedy.
Well, he wrote the book,
Yeah.
and it wasn't a comedy. It was supposed
Of
to
Night
be...
of the Living Dead, or?
No, well, Return, his version is quite serious.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
So it was Dan O'Bannon that put all the...
Dan
the comedy
O'Bannon
into it.
that put the unintentional comedy in it. And the story starts with Return. In the book, it would have been a guy, a father at his daughter's funeral. Yeah. And they got an open casket, and he pulls out a stake and a hammer, and he drives it straight through her head because he knows that she's going to return.
Fucking hell, that's amazing!
But they didn't go with it. So there you go. Yeah. So there you go. That one was going to be completely Return of the Living Dead was literally a sequel to this, and it was going to be scary.
Fucking hell, no
Yeah,
way.
but there you go.
Rob Zombie. Le Sexorcisto, Devil Music Volume 1. The first album by White, or not the first album, but the first major album by White Zombie, would not be what it is without the myriad of samples from Night of the Living Dead.
Is there loads in it?
Tons of it.
Oh, is there?
You know it, don't you?
Oh, it's been a long time
Yeah,
since I've
but
listened to it.
you know that little sample that's in it where you just hear bing, 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 only parts of the corpse have been removed.
Oh, yeah.
Bing,
Yeah.
bing. Yeah, it's all Night of the Living Dead. Fucking boss.
Brilliant.
So, obviously it's a bit of a black cloud on this movie, but let's discuss the race card,
Yes.
shall we? So, 1968 in America was not the nicest people. Not the nicest place for black people.
Yeah.
Racism was running rampant. You know, there was all these race riots. It was fucking horrible, man. I feel so bad for anybody that was affected over there.
Yeah.
This piece of shit, Kevin Thomas, wrote a review of Night of the Living Dead in the LA Times in January the 10th, 1969.
Right.
I wanted to get that date so people could go back and actually fucking look at
Can
this.
read it. Yeah.
Absolute fucking piece of human waste. Described Dwayne, the guy that plays Ben,
Yeah.
as a comparatively calm and resourceful Negro.
No.
A fucking review of a movie.
Really?
Yeah, but looking back, mate,
Yeah.
he was an actor, comparatively calm. What the fuck?
Terrible.
What's not calm, mate? What is not, like, you can't just go around and say he was a comparatively calm fucking Negro. Fucking blew my mind, man. But George Romero was a good guy. Casting of Ben was controversial in 1968 America.
Yeah.
Very unusual for a black man. Very unusual for a black man to be
As the lead role.
as the lead role.
Yeah,
And
totally.
it didn't fucking go down well.
No.
People weren't happy. Because it wasn't that he was a lead role, because they had lead black actors,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But it was mostly, you know, like the exploitation cinema. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To have a lead black actor in a predominantly white film was what, like, people were like, what the fuck are you doing, George Romero? And George Romero was like, he was the best man for the role.
Yeah.
Easy as that.
Yeah.
Not looking at the colour of his fucking skin. He's a good actor.
Now, in the making of, I watched the making of, that's also available on YouTube, which I watched it from. Romero's talking about Dwayne, and Dwayne was basically saying before, he's like, I don't know, man, you got me striking a white woman.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, and it was a bit like, I don't think that's going to go down too well. And he's like, no, it's fine. Romero has since been, I wish I would have listened to Dwayne, because some things he says, it what did he say? It was, we were just like, you'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. When actually Dwayne was going, this isn't going to go down well.
That's kind of white privilege, that though, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But now years later, he sort of went, we should have listened to him and, you know, seen what his gripes of it would have been. Also, though, didn't Romero get a lot of flack because they shot him at the end? And Romero was always said, have you got this down here?
No, go ahead.
No, Romero said that he was always going to die.
Yeah.
The main lead was always the ending, no matter if he was white, black, female, male, they were going to die regardless. The fact that he's black, well, that's just the way it is.
But the controversy around it is, did they shoot him because he was black, or did they think he was a zombie?
Ooh, see, I always thought that you don't see him properly because it's a
But
dark
he shouts
area.
before he comes out. He shouts and he goes, I'm alive in here, opens the door, and then they see him as being a black guy, and they just go bang.
Oh, not in
Well, maybe they fucking changed it in the book.
in the version I've watched on YouTube. He's looking through a window.
No. He
Have I ever seen it?
shouts. He fucking shouts.
Has he come to the? Oh shit! Have I seen a different version?
I don't know.
Oh shit!
But that was always like a big question about it. Like,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Whether it was
Because them fucking rednecks that are doing that. You see them, man, you know what I mean? It's like the fucking lynch parties. It was fucking horrible. Horrible time.
Yeah.
George Romero has always been a little bit political in his movies. So, Dawn of the Dead, spoilers for our next episode, all about consumerism.
Yeah.
Day of the Dead is just about nihilism and the Reagan fucking
Reagan years.
Reagan years.
Yeah.
This was a bit of a slap back to Vietnam.
Right.
So he said, politically, the zombies were a metaphor for American capitalists, and the goal was to possess everything by eating everything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because in 60s America, it was always like, I am taking this, I am taking this, I am taking this. You know what I mean? And it was also a slap against the Vietnam. An American political system couldn't stop the zombies and protect its own citizens, and yet it can go and invade a country that had fucking nothing to do with anything because they thought they were communists. So what?
Yeah.
It's their country, it's their way of life, they're happy. You fucking leave them alone. But no, they invaded.
Yeah.
Also heroin, got fucking STDs, and got fucking battles anyway. Sorry for our American listeners. If you want to teach me about the Vietnam War, I am more than happy to listen, but that's kind of what I think.
All right.
And George.
And George, yeah.
So, mate, should we talk about a record?
Yes. Les, we've talked about the film and we've talked about bits. We'll get more into the film as we get into things. But yeah.
So, originally this record was released in 1982.
Is it really?
By our good friends, Avaras I'm never going to be able to say that properly.
No. We still don't know how we're saying it right or wrong or what.
See how much it's going for on Discogs?
No.
£100 plus.
Is it?
Yeah, the OG copy of it.
Oh, nice. I've not even seen what it looks like.
It's nice. It's you know that picture on YouTube with the grave.
Oh yeah.
That's the cover.
That's the cover.
And it's in your little black box that you like.
Yeah.
You know, little black edges and.
Oh yeah, I like the things. I like. Oh yeah, I love that.
But that was 1982. Fuck
Right.
1982. 1982 is in the past. fuck Pac-Man. Fuck fucking Swatch watches. Fuck that off. 2018. The mighty Waxworks Records produced an expanded cut of it.
Oh yeah.
And fuck me, is it expanded?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a big one.
Is it? Should we have a look?
Yeah. So there is a grey marble. Get it out while I'm going.
No, because we'll put them on screen.
Okay
all
then.
Good. Yeah.
Grey marble. That was the subscriber edition.
Right. No.
I think they fucked over the subscribers on that. That was the year that like the subscriber editions were all like, this is red. And this is the retail version, and it's like 3D fucking things jumping out of it.
Oh, right, okay.
They released it in grey smoke. They released it in green black smoke.
Right.
And they released it in ghoul green.
Ghoul green. Let's have a look then.
I've got a problem with the ghoul green.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right, let's have a look. Should we look at the cover first?
So the art is done by a dude called Robert Samelin.
I think it's fucking great.
Do you?
I do. I only wish they weren't there. Imagine if they weren't there and it was just that.
That's because it's Shaun of the Dead.
Is it? Yeah, it is in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've not even noticed yet.
It's
It is.
completely Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
I think this dude has seen that image of Shaun of the Dead with the weapons.
Yeah.
And just gone, fuck me, I'm doing that on
I'm
this.
doing that on that. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that those two
Yeah.
gives it too much. If that was bold and black and it just had these here.
Yeah, with just Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah. And is that supposed to be the graveyard zombie?
That,
It doesn't look like him if it does.
I don't know what that one is either. It looks like,
no.
I don't know what fucking burn victim. It just, I'm sorry, mate. I do not like your artwork.
I love his style.
I love his style.
I love his style.
That is a great image.
Yeah. Get rid of them. Go. You put your hand over that one. Imagine it was just black.
Yeah, it looked well better.
Oh,
Certainly would.
Beautiful.
I don't know. It didn't really sell me, to be honest with you. But
it's cool though. It's cool. On the back.
Back cover's good.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Back cover is good.
Yeah. Got little gloves on as well. They're proper like. Is that supposed to?
Yeah.
Is that
It's Johnny?
Is that? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
so cool. Yeah. That's well smart.
He looks a bit like Lux Interior as well.
Yeah, it does a bit. Yeah.
I fucking love his hair.
Yeah.
I love my hair like that.
I'd love hair. Nice. Track listings. Like say expanded like hell, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of track listings.
Is
on
there? Yeah. Should we look at the gatefold? I've not seen it before.
I like the gatefold.
Oh, it's so. Oh, it's not even been opened properly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look at that.
So imagine that was the cover. Night of the Living Dead. Across that black bit.
Yeah.
It would have been so much better with the zombies
Yeah.
coming over the lettering. I think that would have looked amazing.
Oh yeah, that's well smart.
Yeah.
That's the same artist, yeah.
Yeah.
You can see how good that is.
And she's got a cracking ass.
That's brilliant.
Mm.
That is pretty brilliant. Love it. Cool, man. Cool. Sorry, I was mesmerised by it then. Right, so what we got here?
Love that hype sticker.
Hype sticker. It's got a beautiful green official 50th anniversary soundtrack album available for the very first time. Is it available for the first time? Or was it out in the 80s?
Expanded cut.
Oh, expanded cut. Okay, art by Robert Samuel. Liner notes 180. Oh, that's a quite well done.
Look at
hype
the Waxwork
sticker.
logo. It's like a grave.
Oh, it is like gravestones. Look at that, and we can see it. That's well smart. That's cool.
Like it. Little liner book.
Oh yeah, little book.
Always like a little liner book.
That's cool. Look at that.
Oh, fucking see, man. Oh.
Yeah, good man. Good. Oh, it's so good. Oh, that could have been your cover. Oh my god, that's so much better.
Yeah.
The body on the top of the stairs. Oh my.
Which I always thought was a dog.
Did you?
Yeah. Always
Yeah.
thought it was a dog. George A Romero made that.
Did he? Yeah. No way.
Literal ping pong balls for the eyes.
Oh my god, that's amazing. That would have been the cover if that was green.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that. There you go.
Missed the trick.
We're not
Green
lost
on the
him,
side.
are we? Oh, look at that.
Loads of liner notes.
Those liner notes, nice pictures. That's really cool, that is. That is really cool. Oh, I'm liking this.
It's a good
liking
little
this. I'm liking this. Right, onto the vinyl itself. Now, this is the
Ghoul green.
Ghoul green. Have I got A or B? What have we got here? C. Well, we'll go A and B. Go proper.
I mean, there's not much difference.
No, but, you know,
But
do it proper. Whoa!
Whoa.
Whoa!
Oi!
Fucking hell, it's normally you.
you got my case.
It's normally you. Oh! Look at that.
Can you see why I've got a problem with calling it ghoul green?
No.
It's blue.
No, that's green.
Blue.
That's green. See the green, look.
It's fucking blue. It's baby blue.
No, I've got a baby blue marble. Good Dynamite record that's blue.
Fair enough.
That's
nice, isn't it?
That's beautiful. That's well nice. Love the labels. Black. That's a bit like what I say the front cover should be. Just beautiful. Oh, look at these little. I love marble. I absolutely love marble. I don't know what it is that makes me. Oh, look at the labels.
Little door zombie.
Yeah.
Amazing. What the fuck's going on?
Nice. Very nice. Should we have a look at the other one? We've got to have a look at the other one.
Yeah, completely.
Because no two records are the same. So you don't know what you're getting. So you got this on release?
Yeah. Bought it. First day.
Did you, yeah?
Dropped. Bought it. I had to, man.
Yeah.
I got to finish off the trilogy.
You got to have a Romero trilogy on vinyl, haven't you? I'm getting more swung about, after seeing this, about maybe picking one up myself, maybe. Oh.
I think you still get it. I think it's all pretty cheap, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I love that image. That's amazing. Very nice. There's a bit more green in this, isn't there?
See, that is more
That's green.
ghoul green.
That's like a darker green.
Yeah.
It's like mint.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mint. Cool.
Definitely not what zombies smell like. They do not smell fresh.
They smell freshly minty. No, that's very, very cool. I like that. Cool. So, should we get into tracks?
Yeah, so
Well,
you don't own it, so you don't...
I don't own it. I had to listen to it on YouTube because I don't pay for Spotify. So...
I do.
Is it on Spotify, is it? It is. Okay, well, I don't pay for Spotify. So I went on YouTube and there was just 15 tracks. So I've literally listened to them. Probably the Versace Sarabandi version. So my couple of favourites, I only picked a couple.
Can I ask you?
Yeah.
What do you think overall?
Overall, the score itself.
Just before we break it down.
It's taken a couple of listens to appreciate it. The first listen was like, oh, this is very, what's the word? It could quite easily be a score to an old King Kong movie.
Exactly what Lisa said.
It's what you said as well.
Well, more like a war movie or something like
Yes.
Yes. It's a very generic score. I think they could have slotted it in.
Yeah.
And that's because a lot of the music was library music. And it was taken from other movies. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of rehashed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know anything about like the composers or anything on it.
I haven't talked about my composer bit. While we're on it. Okay, before we get into tracks. Okay, now normally I do my little special bit on the composer. Little history of like where they were born, what they were into, if they have any awards, blah, blah, blah. This one is very hard. Because...
Yeah.
because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people involved in this.
Okay.
And all I could do on IMDb is find out literally music composed by. That was it.
Yeah.
I've not gone into details
No.
of all of them, but I thought I will give them a mention.
I mean, to be honest with you,
to be fair,
that surprises me and doesn't surprise me because it was everyone's first film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they were just part of this big filmmaking gang who wanted to make this movie, and they just probably threw the name into a hat and gone like, well, I can do a bit of scoring for you if you want, like, you know what I mean? They were probably like music students, and George A Romero's gone to the music class and gone, I'm making a movie. Anyone want to score it?
They've gone, all right then.
Yeah.
Now, these 14 people were all uncredited.
Yeah.
As well. So you can't really find much on them unless you really research them. But I thought I'll mention their names, at least it gives them their shout out. Okay, so involved in this score is Harry Bluestone, Emil Cadkin, Jack Cookerly, Ibe Gunman. Yeah, he did some quite decent scores, he did. Philip Green, Carl Hardman, who played Harry Cooper.
Yes.
He did some work on the score. Geordie Hummel, William Luce, Jack Meaden, Spencer Moore, John Seeley, and finally Fred Steiner.
I've heard of Fred Steiner. Why do I know Fred Steiner?
Oh, I don't know. I have to have a look.
No, after,
Yeah, find out what that is. But they all contributed bits. Like I say, as an overall listen, it's good, but it's
Generic.
yeah. It doesn't. It could easily, like I say, I could have been watching King Kong.
Exactly.
And you could have put that to it easily.
Yeah.
So to pick a couple of favourites, I only picked two, to be honest.
It's fine. It's okay.
Because my first one I went with was At the Gravesite. Classic.
Yeah.
And that's basically, the classic line.
They're
Coming to get you, Barbara. Here's one now.
It's that, isn't
That's
it?
it, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the.
Yeah.
And it is that runs through it.
Yeah.
It's just generic 60s horror movie
Yeah.
score. I mean, you could put that and Dracula would jump out.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's and it works.
Yeah.
But it's not not iconic.
It's not super. I mean, it's weird. I've driven up here tonight and it's snowing outside and it's cold, and it was perfect for the drive up here.
It's like that.
Yeah. It's eerie. It's got an eeriness to it.
It has.
Definitely has. So that for me, that first track, the At the Gravesite, I just thought it's an iconic. It's not the main track. We'll talk about that at the end, but it's an iconic scene because that's where he first the
you see that shuffling zombie.
Who
there's one now.
who just oh, it's just it's amazing. That's your start, isn't it? That was the main point, and it's just iconic.
Yeah,
bit of score to it. I can't remember how it actually goes in and out
because that's the thing, isn't it? It's very. It is. It's forgettable. But when you put it on,
you get it. Yeah.
But then as soon as you take that needle off, poof.
Hum Halloween for me. You know what I mean? You know
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hum Night of the Living Dead.
Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that's
You know
it.
what I mean?
That's it.
Come Dracula for me. Dun, dun, dun. It's fucking-
I vow to suck your blood.
dun, dun. It is. It's generic horror movie.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like I say, you drop the needle
You know it.
and you know it,
Yeah.
but then it goes.
Yeah.
It's like a little
Lift
cloud.
that needle.
What the fuck? It's like fucking Night of the Living Dead. MK Ultra. Listen to this. You're in Night of the Living Dead. Take the needle off.
All right, then have a
Do you
sandwich.
want to-
Yeah. So there you
Weird,
go.
man. It's weird.
So second track for me and final one for me, because of it being the way it is, was Boarding Up. Now, I like that because that one has the ostinato.
Oh,
Here we go. But that has it's the very somber and eerie feeling that they're boarding it up.
Yeah.
It's just going do 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 do, and it's just it's perfect because you're boarding up because the terrors are outside. It sounds great. I can't describe the track.
No, because you're not listening to
No,
it. Because you're not fucking hypnotised.
No, there you go. And that's all I can say. Case closed.
Check, please.
They're my two. What have you got?
Okay, so I've got the opening, but we'll talk about that at the end. I've got the music box.
Right, you mentioned this, didn't you?
So the music box is, I've got to say, it's about 10 seconds.
Right.
It's literally 10 seconds of music, and it's the fucking creepiest music box. And it's just dead. It goes ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. But it's all out of fucking joint, and it's all out of sync. And it's completely and utterly inconsequential. But when it comes on in the record, it just makes you feel all like fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird, man. It's the scene when Barbara first goes into the house.
Yeah.
And she finds it, and she's just in that fucking state where she's just seen Johnny die.
Yeah.
She's seen the fucking zombie up the stairs, or the corpse up the stairs, and she's just like, what's happened to the world? And then she finds this music box with a little bit of comfort, and this fucking horrific fucking noise comes out of it. Ding, 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 ding. Oh. And I also love it because of Les Exorcist, though.
Right.
Because of the first White Zombie album, you know what I mean? Because it's that sample that he uses.
Ah, right, okay.
And as soon as I heard it on this, I was like, oh shit, that's what that's from.
Brilliant.
Yeah, amazing.
Ah, great, ace.
So, my next bit is my favourite scene in this film.
Yeah.
And it's Helen's death.
Right.
So, it's when Karen kills her with the fucking, with the spade type thing. Oh, it's fucking horrible, man.
Zombies eat it's weird.
Yeah.
But this is it. It's the first one
It's
they're
the
allowed.
first one, so there's
no rules.
There's no rules. You
Yeah.
can do anything. Zombies can stab people with trowels if you want to, like, you know what I mean?
I found that weird.
It's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
She's probably munched on it anyway later on.
Well, she
you know
has
what I mean?
to come in and it's chewing on the arm, isn't it? Oh.
It's so good. And in this, I don't know whether it was on your...
I'm not sure if it was in my...
Oh, man.
It might not have been on the one I
So
listened to.
there's two bits of this score that go against what I said before.
Yeah.
Because it's not generic. This was done deliberately.
Yeah.
And this bit of music, it just basically starts off with Helen screaming.
Yeah.
And then it just goes into like all this weird, like slow down.
No, I think it is in there. I've heard it. I heard it on the way up.
It's all
I was
like
like,
weird
oh.
reverb.
Yeah.
And then it's just at the end, it's just like...
Yes. Yes, I did hear it.
It fucking gives me goosebumps,
Yeah.
man. It's fucking so good.
Yeah.
Love it. Absolutely brilliant. My last bit is the following bit.
Oh, right.
So it's Cell Nightmare, it's called on this. I don't know if it's... And it's all that electronic pulsing. And it's just going... Wop, wop, wop,
Oh, no, that's not on it.
Wop, wop, wop. It's when they go down and see what Karen's actually done to Helen.
Yeah.
And it's horrible. It's
Yeah.
it just makes you feel like... It sounds... How can I say it? It sounds like something just pulsing.
Yeah.
You know, oh, it's brilliant.
Spot on. Has this got the dialogue in it as well? Has it?
So, without the opening, that was going to be my honourable mention.
Oh, okay.
So the last track on it is the radio spot.
Yeah.
And it's just a piece of nostalgia. And it's brilliant. And it's like, Night of the Living Dead! You know, it's like, you can imagine a guy with like, all like dead fucking stiff with the suit on going, come watch the fiendish brutes attack a young girl with a trowel. It's just pure like 60s radio.
Yeah.
Night of the Living Dead. Fucking brilliant. Absolutely. I love the way it ends the record as well. You know what I mean? Bosh.
Nice.
So, honourable mention, opening theme.
Yes. The classic. Yeah.
That reverb that's all the way through it is just awesome, man.
Still can't remember it.
So it's very, very melancholic.
Yeah.
And it's the car coming round the car. I can't fucking remember either.
No.
It's fucking...
It's hard, isn't it?
It's MK Ultra on us.
Oh, it's hard, man.
It goes... Dun, dun, dun. No, it's... Bim, 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 bim,
Yeah, that's it, that's it.
Bim, 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 bim,
That's it.
But
It's got an
underneath...
eeriness to it, isn't it?
Underneath all that, it's got all this weird, like...
Dun, dun, dun.
But it is, man. It's
Yeah.
like sci-fi music from the 60s, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's
King Kong jumps out from behind a grave.
Yeah.
Woo! You know what I mean?
it's good. It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
I'd recommend you to get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think, like I say, I've got Dawn.
You need that.
Need Day. Definitely need Day. Yeah, need to get Day. But yeah, I think I'd have to get it for like it's you can't have. No, you just need it. You need the trilogy, don't you?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, definitely.
Ratings,
right. What would you do? Oh, God. What we're going to do first? We always rate the movie first, don't
Okay.
we? Okay, what should we rate the movie? What do you want to give it?
I would give the movie... I'd probably give it a 7.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll give it a 6.
Yeah?
To be honest with you. Yeah.
Yeah?
It's not one of them films that I watch all the time.
No.
You know what I mean? I get the gravity of it.
Yeah.
I get the importance of it.
Mm-hmm.
But from a view and pleasure,
Yeah.
it's not something that I bang on all the time.
No.
You know what I mean? I think it's iconic. I think it's worthy of the title that it's got.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's obviously it's the first zombie movie. It's not the first zombie movie, but it's the first zombie movie.
Zombie eating flesh.
Like zombie
ones,
movie.
yeah.
It's not like fucking Bela Lugosi and White Zombie, like you know what I mean.
No.
It's a zombie movie as a contemporary zombie movie.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the political side of it is fucking brave.
Mm.
It deserves everything that it's got.
Yeah.
However, I wouldn't sit and watch Night of the Living Dead, the original Night of the Living Dead.
We'd say and we'd watch the remake.
And that's shitty, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
it's such an iconic movie
Yeah.
that I'd rather watch the Tom Savini remake. Did you know Tom Savini was meant to be doing the makeup in this?
Oh, was he?
Yeah, but he had to go to Vietnam.
No way.
Yeah, so
he would have been a young
George
kid then, wouldn't
Romero
he?
knew Tom Savini, and he knew that he was in.
No way.
Sorry, I should have said this in my trivia bit before. I'd leave
shit.
this at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tom Savini fucked off to Vietnam to take
He
pictures
would
of
have done it.
corpses.
Bloody hell. That would have been good.
So yeah, I'll give it a 6, and I don't want to give it a 6. I want to give it a 10 because it's Romero and because it's Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
But I've got to be honest, it's very rare that I watch it. I know it like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Score?
Score. Can't remember it. I'll probably give the score, I don't know, probably about a 7.
Right.
6 or 7 again. Because
Like what we were saying before.
as we get into the rest of the
Oh,
Romero
wow.
trilogy,
Wow.
this fucking pales, man.
Yeah, yeah.
This definitely pales. It's very, very generic. It's very, very 1960s horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you put this up, I mean, I know you didn't like it, but the same year Rosemary's Baby come out,
Yeah.
and Rosemary's Baby is still a fucking legendary score. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get that it was low budget. I get that it was probably a load of music students doing the score for it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the best score in the world.
No.
You know what I mean? It's not the
definitely
best.
no.
It's not the best soundtrack in the world. It's not the best. It works in the movie,
Yeah.
but it's generic.
Yeah. I get you.
And I hate saying this.
Mm-hmm.
It really tears me up inside, but I'm being brutally honest with
Yeah,
myself.
that's what we have to be.
You know what I mean?
We have to be.
I would recommend anyone buying it,
Yeah.
but yeah, 6 and 6.
All right. Me? I'm going to give the movie... I think give the movie an 8. I think so, because yes, there are bits that are... I mean, it's the start, isn't it? You can... You know... Death with the Trowel. You know, what? But, you know, we've what's the word? We've watched every zombie movie there is, and then we've gone back and gone, oh, that's weird. But this is the start.
Yeah.
This was the start
Yeah.
of it. It's so iconic. It birthed everything. You know, I have to give it an 8 for that. There are some things in it. I think that Mr. Cooper, is it Cooper or Hooper? What's his name?
Him.
Yeah,
Hooper.
he was the best. I loved him.
He was an absolute cunt.
Yeah, but he was the best actor. That's what I think. His acting was bang on.
No, Dwayne was the best.
Oh,
actor,
Dwayne was
innit?
great. No, he was great. He was, to be fair.
But as a supporting actor.
Yeah, when I watched him, I was like, look at him. He's really like,
Yeah.
he took the scene, and you know, he you could see when he was annoyed. He
was
really
annoyed.
looked annoyed. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And he stood out for me. I was like, that's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just found him really a good character, sort of thing. But Barbara, to be fair.
Fucking done my head in.
Oh, she's just a pig. Just sat on the couch going, oh, she didn't fucking do anything. And I love the fact that the brother turns up, Johnny turns up, and she's just so shocked that she actually fucking goes to him, and then they pull her in. Oh, that was brilliant. That was just like, that's Romero, isn't it?
Completely.
That's Romero.
Yeah.
Oh, there've been so many nods in so many other films, you know, of that. Yeah, it's an 8. It's not a 10 because it's not a perfect movie.
Yeah.
And like you said, I'm not going to rewatch it all the time.
No.
You know, I do own it. I own the bloody stupid version. I need to get the fucking original.
Oh, I feel like I'm pissed on Romero's grave now.
No, not at all. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Okay, so I'm going to go 8 for that score. A 5. Because, like you said, I've not listened to the score a lot. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I have done for this.
I own this, mate. You can't open this without hearing that creak.
Yeah,
I have not listened to this.
It's not something you'd put on every day.
No.
You know, I put on The Fog.
Yeah.
All the time. You know, I put on Brooding, Menacing Scores, Sixth Sense, or whatever.
Yeah.
This is something you wouldn't put on. You know.
It's like, I don't know, man. There's points in this that it seems very gimmicky at a point. And I'll be honest, I bought this, not blind, because obviously I'd seen Night of the Living Dead, but I bought this to finish my trilogy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not something that I wanted to play. You know what I mean? It's not like Day of the Dead. I wanted Day of the Dead.
Yeah, you would play that one.
Day of the Dead, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when they released this, I was like, I've got to buy it. And it was just a blind buy. You know what I mean?
It was good to listen to in the atmosphere of coming up here with the snow and the cold. That was probably my best listen, to be honest, actually in the car on the way here. But apart from that, it's not something that I want it, but it's not something I'd put on all the time. So yeah,
it's a collection piece.
Yeah, definitely. So there you go. That's it. But as an overall film, Night of the Living Dead started it all. So iconic. We're coming to get you, Barbara. Well, they're coming to get you, Barbara. Is the most iconic line. Shaun of the Dead, you know, we use it, don't they?
Every single fucking time you get a text that you're picking somebody up.
Yeah.
I've done it to you, like, you know what I mean? We're coming to get you, Barbara.
Yeah, it's iconic. George Romero, legend.
I miss him so much, you know.
Yeah. Do you know what? Harold Ramis for me is someone that when he went, I was really sad. I was crying. I don't even know the guy, but it pulls on you.
Yeah.
And that's why Afterlife destroyed me.
Exactly.
When I saw it. You know.
I met him and he died a year later.
Yeah,
and
that's tough.
So I always said there was 3 people that I wanted to meet. It was George Romero.
Yeah.
It was Ruggio Deodato. And it was Dario Argento.
Yeah.
Done it.
Done all 3 now.
Done all 3.
Happy days. Happy days.
You know what I mean? I'm never going to meet Lucio Fulci.
No. But you've also met, I mean, totally off topic, but you met Stan Lee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know, he's gone now. You met him.
Nice as well. He said Excelsior to me.
Oh, that's the... you've met so many people.
I did do a little geek piss when he said Excelsior. Yeah. I was like, see you, Stan? And he went, Excelsior! And I was like, I'm just...
We could do a video of everyone you've met. We could quite easily.
Yeah.
We could do that. Yeah, I could just have a list of things and you'd be like, have you met him? Met him. Met him. Them. Met her. Met him. Oh my God.
He was a cunt.
Yeah.
But he's dead now. But he's still a cunt.
He's still a knob. So anyway, yes. That was Night of the Living Dead. I always thought it was I think it's because of
The Return of the Living Dead.
Because of the return, isn't it?
Straight up night.
Just Night of the Living
It's
Dead.
of the night. It's night.
Also, big fan of that font. What is it? Digital. Oh God, I can't remember the website. There's a little Instagram who I follow. Digital Suicide Company, I think they're called. They do a badge, little pin badge, and it's that font, and it's "We're coming to get you, Barbara."
Amazing.
It's so good.
So want one.
Yeah, it's so good. It's amazing. So it just reminds me when I see that. It reminds me of that badge. So yeah. Night of the Living Dead, the start of our Romero trilogy. Oh, we've got some greats coming.
Oh, I can't wait.
But as a peg in the door, as a starter,
This is the start.
You know, you got to give props to this because
completely.
It was the start of it all, wasn't it? And we're looking forward to the next 2. Definitely.
God, am I looking forward to that. buckle up. That's all I'm saying. Get a comfy cushion, because
Yeah.
I am going to fucking ramble.
Yeah, definitely will.
So, mate, any shout-outs?
Just to our beautiful, beautiful sponsors, Hell On Shirts, because they provide us with not only tops, but also the bottoms as well.
You're going for the full hog, aren't you?
No, I am wearing the crow pants as we speak.
Nice.
Comfy as anything. Yes, Hell On Shirts, definitely. So there you go. We got any shout outs?
One.
Who have you got?
It's more of a collective.
Okay.
The people that bring you the Weekends of the Dead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Fuck me. So, Weekends of the Dead is the tiniest convention I have ever been to
Yeah.
in Manchester, with the highest calibre of guests I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
So, little tiny venue, 2 rooms, one tiny little mate room, and when I say a mate room, I mean there was 5 stalls
Right. Okay. That is tiny.
selling gothabilia.
Yeah.
You know, just general tat. Rabid Weasel Studios was there. They done a big, massive
Were they?
fucking Raoul,
Yeah.
from Creepshow.
Yeah, yeah.
And they have Fluffy there as well.
No.
So essentially, Weekends of the Dead is a George Romero festival sort of thing. So every guest that's there
Yeah. It's from a Romero
is from a
film.
Romero film. So you have people from Creepshow, people from Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead. In the past, they've had like Tom Savini there. But it honestly makes it about the size of my living room.
Wow.
It is so tiny.
Yeah.
So I met Howard Sherman, who plays Bub.
Yeah.
I met Judith O'Day.
Barbara.
Yeah, I say met her, walked past her and went, hi. And she went, hi. And I was like, it's fucking amazing.
I bet people that come up to her and say, we're coming again.
Oh, completely.
I bet-
And do you know what? I reckon, honestly, she'd be just like, no. I don't think she'd be asked. I think she'd be dead happy
she
about
probably,
it.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
There was loads of people there. We'll put a flyer up
Yeah.
for this year's one. But I've always wanted to meet Bub. Bub
Yeah.
is my favourite zombie in any
He's
zombie
always
film.
been,
He's
yeah?
always been me, and Bub was there. Oh, so I fucking love Bub.
so good.
I would love a Bub in my house.
Yeah.
I fucking love Bub. So I met Howard Sherman, and he was so good.
Was he? Yeah.
But the start of the show for me
Yeah.
was Mr. Greg Nicotero. Mr. Greg Nicotero.
Tell me the story. Go on. I love
Fucking
this.
convention
I
in
love this.
Manchester
Yeah.
in a room no bigger than this.
This is the best story you're ever going to hear on Splatter Plastic.
So,
So good.
I was always like, oh man, I wasn't too flush at the time. And
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to meet John Harrison and get him to sign me Day of the Dead. And I knew I wanted to meet Bub because it's fucking Bub.
Yeah.
And then I was like, but Greg Nictero's there as well. And it's like, oh, can I afford it? And there might be like loads of t-shirts and stuff. George A Romero Foundation.
Is that where you got it from?
That's where I got it from. So it was kind of sponsored by this. And the George A. Romero, I'm sidetracking because I'm a bit gushing now. The George A. Romero Foundation is one of the nicest charities I've ever seen. It's for filmmakers who can't afford to go to university.
No way.
That they will pay a bursary
That's
to allow
amazing.
people to go to university and forward their careers. Absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant idea,
So,
yeah.
George A. Romero Foundation, fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So, buys me t-shirt. As I look around the merch, goes, fuck, there's nothing I want.
Oh, no.
And I've got some money left. So
Yeah.
I'm like, right, I'm going to go meet Greg Nicotero. Because it's fucking Greg Nicotero. And
Yeah.
when am I ever going to meet Greg Nicotero again?
Yeah.
So I walked over, and the way that they do it over there is you go over and you pay somebody and they give you the ticket.
Right.
So you haven't got that awkward bit where you're like, all right, Greg, can you sign this for me? It's that good. And then some random just goes, £30.
Yeah.
And it just makes you feel uncomfortable. It makes them feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So they've taken it away,
Right.
which is really nice, I think. So I
good
goes
plan,
over
then.
to the woman and I goes, like, right, can I get a ticket to meet Greg Nicotero? And she goes, oh, he's finished. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Nightmare.
She's like, he's going to film in Paris. He told me what he was going to film as well in Paris.
Did he?
And he said, don't say no. And I can't.
Tell me after we're not filming. I don't know this bit. Yeah, go on.
So I was like, all right, fair enough. But he was still there.
Yeah.
So I walked over and I was like, right, I know you stopped signing, mate, but I just wanted to shake your hand. You've been a massive influence on me from being like this high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I went to special effects makeup school because of you. Because
No way.
you went to Tom Savini's studio every day going, can I help? Can I help? Can I help? Can I help?
Yeah.
And in the end, Tom Savini was like, fucking hell, kid, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Absolutely blinding. I went to makeup school because Tom Savini, Greg Nicotero, fucking one of my favourite special effects artists.
Yeah.
And I shook his hand and he was like, that's really nice. What do you want signing? And I was like, I haven't got a ticket. And he was like, yeah, no, I'll do it for free. Just what you want. Greg Nicotero, Evil Dead 2, Walking Dead, fucking KMBFX, you name it, he has done everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, Creepshow.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, get me a Creepshow 8x10. And he just signed it. And I really wanted to get a picture with him. And I was like, I'm not going to ask you because you've already gone above and beyond to do this.
Yeah.
And he looked fucking knackered.
Did he?
He was proper like that. Oh man, come on. You're a fan. Just give me that.
Oh,
I'll
no
just
way.
sign it. Thank you very much.
And he gave you it for free.
And he gave it to me for free.
Unbelievable.
Greg Nicotero. You know, I was just like, mate, you are the nicest man I have ever met at a convention. And he was like, I really appreciate that because I was a fan too.
Is that what he said? Oh, kid, I just got goosies all over me. Oh, that's amazing.
And from that story,
yeah,
I will be going to Weekends of the Dead
every year. I'm coming.
Oh, mate.
I couldn't make it this time.
Literally,
I'm bloody coming.
You'll be done in 3 hours. You will literally be done in 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's that small.
Right.
But it's so good. Because the people have got time for you there.
Yeah.
It's not like... And I love the love of horror. And I love, like,
HorrorCon as well.
Fucking Spooky Empire and all the fucking chiller theatres in New York and all the cons that I've been to. It's very much... Nice one. There. I was talking to Bob for about 10 minutes.
Were you?
Literally talking to him about fucking the weather in Manchester.
Oh, wow.
And John Harrison. I was like, well, what's your favourite Creepshow or this? And he was like, oh, I can't really pick. And I was like, yeah, you can. You've got a favourite. Because you've got a favourite. And he was like, I kind of haven't. And I was like, my favourite's Day of the Dead. And he was like, great. But, you know, they've got time to stand there and talk to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's such a nice convention. So my shout out, Weekends of the Dead. Go support it. Because I think they give a lot of the takings to the George A Romero Foundation as well.
And Barbara was there.
And Barbara was there. I said that before.
Did you?
Yeah, walked past her and waved.
We're coming to get you, Barbara.
There were so many people there, and I wish I had about $1,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, was it quite cheap as well?
30 quid.
Oh, that's
So,
good. That's good.
Greg Nicotero, 30 quid for an autograph.
That's insane. Oh my god, that's like the biggest special effects guy going. I mean, we know him from all the 80s stuff, but he did Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I mean, that's massive.
30 quid.
30 quid's good. That's good going, that.
Get him in a big convention.
Oof.
You're looking like 1,900 quid.
Yeah, probably.
Easy,
yeah,
you know what I mean? But anyway, don't tell anyone, because cheap autographs from Mike on a
yeah, we keep it cheap. Yeah.
Don't tell
ooh.
anyone, it's a splatter plastic secret. And for anyone else that goes to Weekends of the Dead.
Brilliant. That's a great story.
So yeah, that's
amazing.
That's it. That's our Night of the Living Dead episode.
Yes.
Stay tuned for the next ones.
It's going to get real gory, innit? Oh. So, people, until next time, stay safe.
Stay sick.
Stay tuned.
SP.
Out.
We're coming to get you, Barbara.
Here comes one of them now.